Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Raja Umar on my channel RU Speaks, and after a few days rest, I'm back on my channel. And on this channel, we study Pakistan studies and global perspectives of IGCSE and O levels, and both components of Pakistan studies, that is history and geography. And today we're going to talk about something related to further. We had already talked about the ministries of Ghulam Muhammad and Sikandar Mirza in the last lesson. Now we are switching to the next one, that is the reasons of martial law in 1958. First of all, I will request you all to please subscribe to my channel RU Speaks. And now we're going to talk about the reasons of martial law in Pakistan, which was the first military rule that was martial law was imposed in 1958 by General Muhammad Ayub Khan. So we're going to talk about this martial law. So the reasons that why this particular martial law was imposed, and a 7 marks question can be over here, that why was the martial law imposed in 1958 in Pakistan. So reason number 1, you will develop this reason. Rapid change in prime ministers. It means that it was purely related to the liking and disliking of the prime ministers, related to the governor general. Whoever was in good books of the governor general, that person was appointed as the prime minister of Pakistan, as there was no purely Pakistan's own constitution till then. So Ibrahim Ismail Chandrigar, Hussain Shahid Sorwardi, Feroz Khan Noon. So these 3 prime ministers were changed within the period of 2 years. So it means that there was a clear political instability in the system, and there was no proper setup which might be going towards some positive political changes or constitutional developments in Pakistan. So this caused the administrative and political problems, which opened the door for General Ayub Khan to step in and to take over the charge of the country as the military ruler. Number 2, Sikandar Mirza's desire was to stay in power. He found that Hussain Shahid Sorwardi had united the political leaders of Punjab and Bengal against him. So he turned to the military so he could retain his power, and he invited Ayub Khan himself to come and take the power. But what happened, that Ayub Khan not only took power, but also he you can say deposed Sikandar Mirza from the post of Governor General of Pakistan, or the first president of Pakistan. Point number 3, Ghulam Muhammad had given himself the right to dismiss power after the case of the dissolving of the Constituent Assembly in 1958, as the situation demanded it. This paved the way for Ayub Khan and Sikandar Mirza's martial law for the nation's interest. So it means that this particular issue of dissolving the assemblies, the example set by Governor General Ghulam Muhammad, and this opened the way for Sikandar Mirza and Ayub Khan to dissolve the Constituent Assembly and to impose martial law in the country. So it means that the second time Constituent Assembly was dissolved by Sikandar Mirza on the will or wish of the military establishment, and it opened the door for Ayub Khan to come and take over the power of the country. So this is how you are supposed to develop these 3 reasons in 3 separate paragraphs. Number 1, the frequent changes in the prime ministership. Number 2, Sikandar Mirza wanted to be in power. And number 3, the example set by Ghulam Muhammad regarding the dissolving of the assemblies. So next one, this lesson will be really very shorter one. And factors that delayed constitutional development in Pakistan from 1947 to 1956. We were unable to have the constitution with us. What were the reasons behind this, that why we were unable to draft Pakistan's own constitution in the early years, and this created a greater chaos and political instability in the country just because of not having the constitution. So these are the reasons we are going to explain over here. Number 1, the refugees problems, as we were having millions of refugees who were coming in from India, and the issue was how to settle them, and what sort of rehabilitation program should be made for them, and how the housing facilities should be established for them, and how to arrange food for them. So this was a big problem for us, that Secondly, we were unable to focus on that, how to register them, so that for the sake of moving towards the constitution making, how the total population of Pakistan can be calculated, so that we will be able to make the things easier to draft the constitution and move towards the elections and the proper setup of the political governments in Pakistan. Secondly, Constituent Assembly members were landlords. They were never in the favor of any political developments in Pakistan, as they believed that their rule, being the landlords and being the members of the Constituent Assembly, should remain intact. They did not want to see any further changes in the political system that might be leading to the deposing of themselves and getting them aside out of the system. They wanted to have this system carried on so that they could remain in power for a longer period of time, being the members of the Constituent Assembly, as they did not want to see their authority being questioned by some new constitution or some new political setup in the country. So those landlords, those who were the members of the Constituent Assembly, they were never in the favor of making the constitution at the earliest to resolve the constitutional crisis in Pakistan. So objective resolution had no time frame given that in how much time the constitution would be drafted. If the objective resolution might have some deadline given in that, it might be very much easier for the Constituent Assembly to draft the constitution in that given deadline. But as this particular objective resolution did not have any deadline, so this further delayed the constitution making process. So basic principles committee, the first report was rejected by Liaquat Ali Khan. So it means that Liaquat Ali Khan was also being blamed that he was the one who could not led the Constituent Assembly towards the constitution making process. I mean, he ruled Pakistan from 1947 till 1951 for 4 years. He was unable to get the desired results from the Constituent Assembly and the Basic Principles Committee, which was meant for making the constitution in due course of time, but he could not. 1952 report was rejected. So in 1951, the report was rejected. In 1952, the second report was also rejected, and in 1954, Pakistan entered into certain other crises like Tehreek-e-Khatm-e-Nabuwat and Ahmadiyya crisis, all those, and even the food crisis came over here because of the drought situation in Pakistan. This all led to the delay in the constitution making. So early death of Jinnah and assassination of Liaquat Ali Khan. I believe Liaquat Ali Khan's death was not as much early as it is declared as one of the reasons of the delaying of constitution. He died after 4 years. So he could be, he was the Prime Minister of Pakistan. He could have the chance to draft the constitution of Pakistan, but he never did it. So it means that in any way, I believe that he was also responsible for rejecting the Basic Principles Committee and not making the pathway clear for constitution making. And we believe that his assassination was not as the bigger reason of the constitution delay, but he himself was. So, however, the early death of Jinnah, that was really very important reason of the constitution delaying, as he could not look after the matters in the early years because of his poor health, and he could not ask the assembly to draft the constitution in early days. So we can give the benefit of the doubt to Jinnah, as he did not having the good health with him. So that led to the constitution making process getting delayed. So these were the reasons. So this can be another 7 marks question. Why was constitution making process delayed? Constitution making process delayed in early years of Pakistan. So in this way, this can be the 7 marks question, and you can elaborate or you can develop any 3 reasons out of these 7 to explain your answer. So this is what I have made a small video for you today, containing the imposition of martial law in Pakistan in 1958, what were the reasons behind this, and why the constitution making process got delayed in Pakistan from 1947 to 1956. So these are the 2 smaller topics we have covered today. This is all from my side today, a smaller lesson. Keep watching my channel RU Speaks and do subscribe it. Thank you so much for watching. Allah Hafiz.